Hello, hello, and welcome everybody for another episode of Wipe High Fridays with Irina. And again, for everybody who tune in for the first time and haven't seen me before, my name is Irina Portnova, and I'm calling myself a manifestation star because I consciously manifested a lot of great things in my life. And that's exactly what I'm here to teach each one of you, that we do not just have to take the life as it comes, but we can become the conscious manifestors and create something powerful and amazing. I'm also the founder of Life Palette Coaching, where I want my people to use every color on the palette and create their own masterpiece. Be the artist, be the creator of your own life. And today I'm coming up with the topic that is very fascinating for a lot of people. A lot of people do not have the awareness. And that's exactly what I want to uncover today. And the topic is the magic of synchronicities. First of all, let's just define what exactly is the synchronicity. Synchronicity is something that kind of doesn't make the sense when we say, oh, this is just the coincidence, but this is the term. The synchronicity was the term developed by Swiss psychologist Young, who said that there are no coincidences in the universe. Everything is predetermined, and that's exactly what we are noticing, because there is no direct cause and effect, and the events or the people that we are running in seems like the coincidence, but actually everything has the meaning behind it. And sometimes we have that saying that we say, we have to be in the right time in the right place. That's exactly another definition of the synchronicities. And also, what is so special about the synchronicity? Synchronicity is something that feels very personal. For instance, that the experience resonates with you in a way that makes you feel it's meant just for you. It often arrives when you need it the most. Synchronicities can provide us with the guidance, reassurance, or that nudge in the right direction when we are facing that uncertainty or decision. It also comes as the connection of our inner world, like our thoughts and feelings, with our outer world. When we ran into the people, when we are in certain circumstances, in order to progress with everything what we desire. And the other way of defining the synchronicity, for instance, if you think of your friend or somebody, and that person either call you later or you bump into them, right? Again, that's what we call the synchronicity. And something, even you can scroll through the social media, and then you come across that post, and you're saying, oh my god, this is just a perfect timing, because that's the advice you wanted to hear, that's the encouragement you meant to read, or even watching this episode is something that you meant to tune in, because it also has the specific message for you. That's exactly what synchronicity is all about. And let me tell you my personal experience with the synchronicity, because synchronicity can come to us as when we are wandering around and we are searching for that particular answer, and that answer comes to us through the events or circumstances. And that's exactly what was happening in my life when I lost my corporate job in March of 2020 during the pandemic. And that was the time when I started really thinking, what is there for me to do? Because I really, really wanted to have my business. But when I was thinking about accounting services, because that was my experience, that was my education, that wasn't something that really sparked my heart. That's why I kept searching. I kept asking myself. So that thought was always in my head. What is there for me to do? What kind of business can I open? And I remember I was asking and searching for the answer, and I called my friend and I asked my friend, what do you think? What would be a great business for me? And my friend said, listen, you're so good with people. People just come to you, they listen to you, you give them the advice. And why don't you look in something in that area? And it took me a while. Again, sometimes we want the things to show up right away, but that's not how the universe works, right? Patience is the virtue, and the trust in the process. Be faithful that everything is going to unfold for you in the right time. And I was staying open. I tried different things in the meantime, but the main synchronicity happened 5 months later, when my daughter, who was in the high school, she came to me and she said, Mom, I can't really focus on learning through the internet. She said, I really need help. Hire me the therapist. And I did not know of any therapist, but we had this amazing dance teacher. And I called her up and I asked her, do you have any therapist that you can recommend? She said, Irina, I do not know the therapist, but I have this amazing girl. She is a life coach. Why don't you try her? And that was the first time in my life that I heard the term of life coach. Again, remember, it's never the lack of the resources in the universe, it's the lack of our awareness. Just because we do not know about something, it doesn't mean that these things are not in existence. And a lot of times we lack the awareness to understand how everything is operating in the universe. And we just form our opinions, and these opinions are usually the negative ones, right? So, what happened next? I went online and I said, let me look up who is that person, who is the life coach. And once I Google and I started to read the description, what they are doing, I just connected myself. I just saw myself doing this work. Like it was just came to me as the instant as that gut feeling that I knew this is something for me. And the next step I did, I hired that therapist, that life coach for my daughter. They had a good time working together for some time. And I also went on and received my certification to be a life coach. And let me tell you, one of the best moments in my life was when I received that certification, because I knew that now my life has a different meaning, different purpose, and I wake up every morning with that aliveness, that sense of aliveness, that I do not have to drag myself somewhere where I do not want to be. I do not to be engaged in the activities that I do not enjoy. Everything just flows for me. But everything just started with that image, because when I was searching what exactly for me there to do, I knew that I want to be my own boss. I do not want anybody to boss me around. I don't want to be controlled by anybody. And I want to do something that all I have to have is my laptop, and I can travel anywhere in the world and I can do this work. Again, I wasn't dwelling on or get caught up and what is it? How am I going to tune it? I was just allowing things to unfold naturally, and that's the part of manifestation. You trust in the process, knowing that the right things are coming to you in the right timing. And all I had is just a perfect, vivid image of me sitting on a beautiful beach, coming out of that turquoise water, sitting on a chair and opening my laptop, and I would be working. What exactly I was doing, I did not know. But that was the image that was on the screen of my mind again and again and again. And I was coming to it, and that was something that gave me inspiration, that was something that kept me joyful and happy. So that's exactly how synchronicities works. Or have you ever noticed when and that's exactly what we are doing in manifestation, when we have some kind of question, and the more we pay attention to this question, the more we focus on the question, now the answer to that question comes when we can pass by and hear the random conversation. And that's exactly where we receive the answer to our question. Again, that's the synchronicity. Or we are opening the book and we are reading something, And while we are reading, we are also receiving the answer to our question. That's again the form of synchronicity. Or the pattern numbers, the repeating numbers. If you ever come across when you're looking at the clock and you're seeing the same time, and the most popular number is 1111, and that's when you see this number on the clock, this is just the sign that you are on the right path. You are tapping into your potential, and it also represents that you are growing your awareness and you are becoming another version of yourself. So start paying attention at these synchronicities, because they are always at work, they're always there, and we become more and more aware of it, right? So just this is a reminder for us that life is very much interconnected, and there is often more happening beneath what we are actually seeing with our eyes. And the tool that I also wanted to give you today is journaling, right? Why do we journal? Writing helps us to stay on track with these synchronicities, and it uncovers the patterns and understand their relevance and the meaning in our life. How do we do it? We keep a journal to record events that feel to us significant, even in the moment when you see the clock is showing the same time. It could be 11:11, it could be 12:12, it could be 10:10. In that moment, just pause and think, what was my thought at that given moment when I saw that repeated number on the clock? Because everything has the meaning, right? So we start paying attention and we start journaling. What exactly was going on? How did I feel in the moment? What I was thinking about? Everything has the significance. And the more we reflect through the journaling, the more we understand how all these things connect to something what we are experiencing. That's exactly what I wanted to share about the synchronicities. And if you would like to put in the comment, have you experienced any synchronicities in your life? And how did it show up to you in order to help you to tap into your path? And how did you end up where you are today because of these synchronicities and paying attention at them? I would be happy to read, and let's just stay connected. Let's just create that magic, because we are constantly creating. Remember, every breath we are taking, we are in the creation process, and it's our job to really consciously create what we want rather than creating something that we do not want. So keep learning, keep becoming the best version of yourself, and I'll see you next week on another episode. Meantime, connect with me, join my Facebook group, and let's create the magic together. Love you all and happy holidays.